In my review of the Bose QC Earbuds 2, I called them the best ANC earbuds that I would not buy. Now, I'm not going to go into details as to why in this video. If you do want to know why though, you can watch that review by clicking over here. Point is, I was a bit disappointed with the QC earbuds. I really wanted to love them. I really wanted the best ANC I can get, and they gave me that. However, there were quite a few deal breakers for me that I went with the AirPods Pro 2nd generation as my daily earbuds. And while the AirPods Pro 2 offer great ANC, they're not quite on the level of the Bose QC earbuds. However, what if you could get the ANC performance of the Bose with all the benefits of the AirPods Pro? Well, you might be able to. So when I reviewed the AirPods Pro 2, which again you can watch by clicking over here, I'll also put links in the description, I said that the AirPods Pro, the first generations as well, did not have the best fit in my ear with the silicone ear tips, so I used to use them with foam tips. Now the tips I used to use were Comply foam, and I've been using Comply foam for a long time. It started back in 2012 with my Klipsch wired earphones. And then when I started using the AirPods Pro, the first generation that is, in 2019, I realized the fit was not that great. The AirPods sometimes fell out of my ear, especially if I'm moving a lot. So I looked into compatible foam tips, and I was happy to see that Comply actually made ear tips for the AirPods Pro. So I've been using them for about 3 years, but they had two issues. One, longevity. They don't last that long. Comply actually suggests replacing them every 3 months. You do get 3 pairs. However, at $25, they're not exactly cheap, especially for something you'd need to pay every 9 or so months. And again, your mileage might vary. I've read about some people who replace them every couple of weeks. It depends on how much you use them, if you sweat with them, which could accelerate the foam falling apart. Point is, they don't last that long. The second issue with the foam tips for the first generation AirPods, while they offered a very secure fit in your ear, the same cannot be said about how securely they attach to the AirPods themselves. The clipping mechanism wasn't that great. They could detach easily. At times they would, stay in your ear, the foam tips would stay in your ear and the AirPods would detach. That unlocked a new fear. With the silicone tips, you'd be afraid the AirPods would fall off. With the memory foam ones, now I was afraid that the foam tip would stay in my ear, but the AirPod would fall off as well. Nonetheless, I kept using them for a couple of years. Now fast forward to the AirPods Pro 2nd generation. I tried using them with the silicone ear tips, and they were fine in most cases. However, when I used them in the gym, the poor fit became quickly apparent. And the reason for that is I was on the treadmill. There's a lot of noise in the gym with all the machines and people working out, and the AirPods Pro made a really good job at canceling those noises out. That was when I was warming up and walking on the treadmill. However, when I started jogging, the AirPods Pro would slightly start sliding out of my ear. Nothing I would have noticed if I wasn't at the gym, but the reason I noticed that is as soon as they start sliding out, they start letting in all that loud ambient sounds of the machines and people working out, which was quite annoying to the point where I found the AirPods Pro were not usable at the gym. So again, I looked to see what foam tips are out there, and I was happy to see that Comply released a second version of their ear tips for the AirPods Pro, and in that version they fixed the clamping mechanism. So I ordered a pair, and indeed, when it arrived, I quickly attached them to the AirPods, and they now clamp quite securely. They fixed that issue. I put them on, went to the gym, and that issue was fixed as well, no longer sliding off, and I could actually wear them again to the gym and block out about, let's say, 80 to 85% of the noise, which was amazing. However, what they also do is they elevate the ANC on the AirPods Pro to even higher levels. Now, the ANC is pretty impressive to start with on the AirPods Pro, but what these do, they bring it up even to higher levels. And the reason, of course, it's foam that you pinch, compress, put in your ears, and then it expands to, give you a really good seal. With that seal, obviously you're passively blocking noise from coming in, something you cannot achieve with the silicone ear tips. So you have really good passive noise isolation coupled with really good active noise cancellation from the AirPods, that combination took the ANC to even higher levels. It also enhances the sound quality, so the audio quality was even better and more enjoyable. And again, because you have complete or almost complete silence, you're blocking out a lot of the noise. And thus far, I was very happy using the AirPods Pro. However, a small part of me was a bit disappointed because I knew while I had great ANC, I did not have the very best ANC. That belonged to the Bose. But then I was curious, with the Comply foam ear tips, does that change the game? And I think it does. I spent the last week testing both of them in various scenarios at the gym, on busy streets, in trains, in metros. And with the silicone ear tips, you would instantly notice that the Bose was better. Not by a lot, just a bit, but noticeably better. With the Comply foam ear tips, that sensation was gone. And at many times, it was very close, if not almost the same level of ANC. In the metros, sounds just disappear beyond what these silicone ear tips could do. And that made me quite happy because now I felt I actually do have the best ANC in the AirPods Pro. Now, before I wrap things off, two things I want to mention. First thing is they actually do fit in the charger case. There's no need to remove them, as is the case with some of these foam ear tips. However, if you have the large tips on, make sure when you drop the AirPods in the case just to push the AirPods in to make sure the contacts are touching. Because of the larger foam, sometimes the contacts don't touch and the AirPods stay connected. So in case you have the large on, something to pay attention to. And the second thing is that for the size, Comply says that in most cases you use the same size as the stock ear tips. Now, I've always used the medium size with the stock ear tips, but also with the Comply ear tips that I used with the previous generation AirPods. However, when I got these, the second generation Comply ear tips in medium, I felt the fit was not that great. They would still slide off a little bit. And I think that's because they changed the core inside the ear tips. It's a bit larger now for that more secure clamping on the AirPods themselves. And as a result, I felt less foam around the ear tips. So when you're compressing that, I felt there's less foam in your ear expanding to give you, that secure fit. So I reached out to Comply and they sent me credit to purchase the large size and try them out for free. And by the way, that's not something they did for me for this review. I actually paid with my own money for these ear tips. However, they do have the size fit guarantee. If you purchase these from their website and they don't fit, you can reach out to them and they'll give you credit to try another size to make sure they fit you. So I ended up getting the large and these fit perfectly and I was very, very happy. Now, if you're unsure which size to order, they also do have a variety pack that comes in small, medium, and large. You can maybe try that out to see which size fits you best. Let me know in the comments if you've used the Comply foam tips, what you thought about them, or if you have used any other type of tips on the AirPods that enhanced the fit and made it more secure. Let me know. If you like the video, please hit the like button and consider subscribing to my channel, as this encourages me to continue producing content. Until next time, cheers.